Hello and welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Let's begin from the World Cup qualifiers that Super Eagles will be engaged in. They will be taking on the Crocodiles of Lesotho and the Zimbabwe national team. And Jose Peseiro has gone ahead to invite 23 players. We know the regulars, but as we speak, we have other new invitees in the team as it stands right now. Okay, let's as we can see on our screen, let's start from the goalkeeping position where we have 3 goalkeepers invited for this particular games. We have Francis Uzoho. Francis Uzoho continue to continue to get the invite to the Super Eagles despite all the howlers for quite some time. The mistakes from this young man. All right, we have Francis Uzoho. We have Olonleke Ojo of Enyimba International. And we have Maduka Okoye of Udinese in Italy. And then the defenders, we have Olaoluwa Aina. Olaoluwa Aina. We have Chidozie Awazim Boavista of Portugal. We have Bright Osayi Samuel from Fenerbahce. We have Bruno Onyemechi, we have Kenneth Omero, we have Lua Shemilogo Ajayi, we have Calvin Bassi, and we have Jamilu Collins right there for the defenders. And then for the midfielders, the midfield position continue to be slim. We have Rafael Onyedika, we have Joe Ayodele Aribo, Frank Onyeka, and Alex Iwobi. Those are the midfielders. And for the forwards, we have Kelechi Iheanacho, Sadiq Umar coming back to the Super Eagles. After this, the second time he will be invited after that injuries for almost 1 season plus, almost 1 season, I beg your pardon, for Sadiq Umar. But right now he has gotten the call up again after the 2 friendlies against Saudi Arabia and Mozambique. He was called up for those 2 games also. Then we have Moses Simon, we have Ademola Lukman, Nathan Tella, the new invitee. We have Taiwo Awoniyi, we have Terry Murphy, and we have Victor Boniface. 2 players from Bayer Leverkusen, Nathan Tella and Victor Boniface. Both players play in Bayern Leverkusen. These are the invited players that will be executing the games we have against Lesotho and Zimbabwe in for the 2026 World Cup qualifier. We know that the 2026 World Cup will be happening in Canada, USA, and Mexico, in 3 countries. That is when it will be taking place. But right now, the qualifiers has begun, and we will be keeping a date with these 2 countries in the qualifiers. All right, I don't know if Abba Michael is ready from Plateau State. Okay, when he's ready, he will be joining us. And for the coach Jose Peseiro, he has kept faith with Francis Uzoho to continue to get the call-ups to the Super Eagles despite calls from sports-loving Nigerians, from sport fans in Nigeria, that Uzoho should not be invited to the Super Eagles again until he is sure to at least to stand in between the sticks for the Super Eagles, because so many errors from Francis Uzoho over the years, not 1, not 2, not 3, more than 2 errors from Francis Uzoho. And a lot of sports-loving Nigerians fans has decided, call Jose Peseiro to attention that he should give other goalkeepers the chance to see what they can bring to the table. We know that in the Nigerian Premier Football League, we have a lot of good goalkeepers. Nigeria used to produce some of the best goalkeepers from the Nigerian Premier Football League, the likes of Vincent Enyama, Dele Ayenupa, Ambrose Van Zekin. All of them were gotten from the home clubs, that is from the Nigerian Premier Football League. This is where goalkeepers were getting, the likes of Manuel Okala, Barua of those days. These are goalkeepers that started their career in Nigeria and before they left the shores of this country to continue their career in Europe. And if Jose Peseiro can actually sit down, go around our league is up and running right now. Look at some of the good goalkeepers. It's not only Olonleke Ojo of Enyimba that is one of the good goalkeepers we have in the Nigerian Premier League. Even in the NNL, we can get goalkeeper. We can even go as far as the Nationwide League to look for goalkeepers, to scout for goalkeepers. So it's just looking too good for us that we don't really have the kind of goalkeeper we want since Enyama left. And we sometimes ago we had Kali Keme, but no thanks to Ines that actually thwarted, at least cut short his Super Eagles career. And ever since then, it has been trial and error with some of the goalkeepers we have been parading in the Super Eagles colors. But this time around, Jose Peseiro continues to believe in Francis Uzoho. Well, let's see if he's going to at least maybe repay that faith that the coach had in him by doing well for Nigeria. Nigeria cannot afford not to be in the 2026 World Cup after what happened to us right here in the city of Abuja when we lost to Ghana. Though it was a 1-1 draw, where it wasn't enough, courtesy of away goal from the Black Stars of Ghana. They qualified ahead of Nigeria to Qatar 2022, and Nigeria Nigeria has not really gotten it right. So if there's anything to go by, well, for Jose Peseiro, he believes that Francis Uzoho can actually do the job. That is the coach. I'm not the coach of the Super Eagles. The fans are not the coach of the Super Eagles. We can only suggest. It's not left for the coach to take our suggestion or probably stick with his own plan and his ideas for Super Eagles. But let's see how it's going to end at the end of the day. The games will be coming up later this month against Crocodiles of Lesotho and Chipolopolo of Chipolopolo of Zambia. I beg your pardon, not Zimbabwe right now. So let's see if definitely these two games we will be able to get the maximum 6 points. We just need 6 points from the two games, and then we'll continue to cruise and wait for when the qualifiers will come up again. Okay, let's leave that story. Let's leave the Super Eagles story and talk about the females now, the women's football. Now we'll be talking about the junior team of the Falcons. Now we'll be talking about the Falconets, where Ibrahim Gusso, NFF president, has urged these girls to actually go this weekend right there in Tanzania. They should go all out and beat this team if they want to really, for them to qualify for Colombia 2024. That is where the 2024 Under-20 Women's World Cup will be staged in Colombia. Now, the first leg of the second round of qualifiers will be between the Falconets of Nigeria and Tanzania, and the first leg is bid for that country. This team will be leaving the shores of the country today, Friday precisely, to arrive in Tanzania to keep a date with the junior team of the Tanzanian women's team. The second leg will be coming up at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium a week later. So that should be next weekend. Now for the Falconets, the NFF president Ibrahim Musa Gusau has actually urged them to go all out for a win against the Tanzanian girls. We know the last time at Costa Rica 2022, we got to the round of 16 and were beaten by the Netherlands, who eventually got to the final. So for the Falconets, they will do all they can to actually see if they get victory. For Christopher Danjuma, the coach of the girls, has called up the players he believes in, the likes of Omilana. She was there at the Under-17 World Cup when Nigeria won bronze, third place finish at the Under-17 World Cup that happened in India. We have Omilana, we have Ajakaye, a lady. She was the highest goal scorer. So she is also part of this group. We still have Esther Onyenezide in there. We have a lot of players who Christopher Danjuma has caught up, and the bulk of these players were at the last World Cup that happened in Costa Rica 2022. So a good one. We still have Sebastian in there, though she has played for the Super Falcons. She still have to keep a date with the Falconets. So let's see a good one coming from Christopher Danjuma, and the NFF president Ibrahim Musa Gusau has urged this lady, has charged them to go all out for a win, and then in the reverse fixture we'll just have to wrap it up. I believe in these guys. Christopher Danjuma believes in them. He has caught up the best legs for this assignment, and let's see it's going to happen this Sunday right there in the city of Tanzania. Good one. Let me say, okay, I can probably say congratulations or kudos to these guys ahead of that particular encounter right there in the city of Tanzania. Okay, let's leave the four corners and go straight to Europe. There were actions in the Europa League, that is the second tier league of the Champions League. Then also in the Conference League, we had some games, but we'll start with the Europa League, where Victor Boniface got the only goal for Bayer Leverkusen, and he gave them victory. As it stands right now, Victor Boniface has played 4 games in the Europa League with 3 goals and 1 assist to his name. Fantastic player, 10 Bundesliga game, 7 goals and 5 assists. It's good. That is a complete striker in Victor Boniface, and he got that goal for Bayer Leverkusen last night from the spot, and it was a good one. Towards the end part of that particular counter, he got that goal for Bayer Leverkusen, and he was so happy. Good one. 4 games so far in the Europa League, 3 goals and 1 assist to his name. All right, let's look at the results of other games. There were games that went down, not just Victor Bayer Leverkusen game alone. We have other games that went down on the night in the Europa League. Let's start with SC Freiburg from Germany, also defeated Bako Topola 5-0. West Ham United beat Olympiacos at home 1-0, and the Ajax lost the second game to Brighton 2-0 ended. We have AEK Athens of Greece lost to Marseille 2-0. Rangers beat Sparta Prague 2-1. Real Betis beat Aris Limassol 4-1. Atlanta defeated SK Sturm Graz 1-0. Sporting Lisbon beat Rakowa Seskova 2-1. Lax defeated Union St. Gilloise of Belgium 3-0. And Toulouse came back to beat Liverpool 3-2. A lot of controversies in that game. Maccabi Haifa 1 and Villarreal 2. All right, we have Abba Michael from Plateau State joining us on the show, joining us on 360 Sports on Trust TV. Abba Michael, welcome to 360 Sports.
Yes, thank you very much, Sports Senator. I'm glad to be here again.
Okay, let's begin from the first story quickly. We started with the Super Eagles, where Jose Peseiro has called up 23 players. We know the regular faces, but one player, a new call-up, Nathan Tella, also from Bayer Leverkusen, joins up in the forwards right now in the Super Eagles. Let's quickly go over the list, the invited players, but our midfield continues to be very slim, with the regular faces, the likes of Rafael Onyedika, Joe Aribo, Frank Onyeka, and Alexi Wobi. That's the list. And for the goalkeeping position, Francis Uzoho again and again called up by Jose Peseiro.
Yes, of course. When you look at the squad, it's obvious that we are missing key players in the likes of Osimhen, who plays for Napoli, and of course Chukwueze, I think Villarreal, and then Ahmed Musa. But I still believe that we have the home advantage in the first leg. We should be able to do justice to that. Thank God Victor Boniface, who I call the most informed striker in Nigeria right now, I think he'll be part of this group, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's a good one. We don't really have so much challenge. We can rely on Joe Aribo, of course, Alexi Iwobi for the midfield options. I think the invitation of Nathan Tella is a good idea. At least playing for a big club like Bayer Leverkusen has given him a call-up. This is what we want to see. Our players not just playing in Europe, but playing in big clubs. And we are glad that he's finally gotten a call-up, and we hope he'll be able to justify his selection to the Jose Peseiro side.
Okay, are you comfortable with Jose Peseiro sticking with Francis Uzoho, giving him a call-up again for these particular games against Lesotho and Zimbabwe?
I'm not really comfortable. The only reason I'm not scared is because we're playing teams like Zimbabwe and Lesotho. But had it been we're playing the big giants, I would have actually queried him. But then Maduka is a better option for me in the goalkeeping than Francis Uzoho.
Okay, Maduka is a better option for you than Francis Uzoho. Okay, we left the Super Eagles now. We talked about the Falconets, where the NFF president, Ibrahim Musa Gassau, has charged these ladies to go all out for the victory against the Tanzanian ladies in the first leg of the Under-20 Women's World Cup that will be happening next year in Colombia.
Yes, it's a good one. I must give kudos to Christopher Danjuma, the gaffer of the side. And I think the NFF president was able to encourage them by himself, because he came all the way to the goal project at Moshood Abiola National Stadium to charge the ladies. And when you see your administrators leaving the comfort of their office just to come and encourage you, that is a morale booster. And I want to believe that it will go a long way to ginger these ladies to give their best as the championship comes closer for the Women's World Cup.
Okay, as the championship comes closer for the Women's World Cup. Okay, we left there and we talked about Victor Boniface's performance in the Europa League game last night for Bayer Leverkusen. He got the only goal and they were able to win that particular game. We looked at some of the results. Let's have the result on the screen again. Let's look at the results of the Europa League games that went down. We had West Ham beating Olympiacos 1-0. Maccabi Haifa lost at home to Villarreal 2-1, and Toulouse defeated Liverpool. From 2 goals down, they came back to win that particular game. 3-2 it ended, and Lax defeated Union St. Gilos 3-0. Sporting Lisbon beat Sescoa 2-1. Atlanta was able to get a better side of SK Sturm Graz of Austria, and Real Betis beat Aris Limassol 2-1 of Cyprus. Rangers 2, Sparta Prague 1, and Marseille beat AEK Athens 2. And for Brighton, they got the better side of Ajax of Netherlands 2-0. And then, like you heard, West Ham United beat Olympiacos 2-1, and SC Freiburg put 5 past Baka Topola 5-0. It ended on the 9th. And for Bayer Leverkusen, that's Victor Boniface's team, it was quite an interesting game and a good one for Victor Boniface, who has played 4 games in Europa League with 3 goals and 1 assist to his name.
Yes, we are proud of Victor Boniface. He has been able to establish himself, stamp his feet in both the Europa League and, of course, the Bundesliga. In the Europa League, 3 goals and an assist in 5 games. That is to show you he can score and he can create. And, of course, in the Bundesliga, he has 7 goals. I think he's among the top 5, probably 4th or 5th in the standings. It shows that he's actually enjoying life at Bayer Leverkusen. He's doing well for our country. I think he's the most informed Super Eagles player this season, and we pray that he continues to keep this fire burning at this rate he's going. I believe he will be prolific in front of goal when the Super Eagles assignments come calling.
Yes, he will be prolific in front of goals when the Super Eagles assignment comes calling. He just needs to keep up this pace, this fitness. We know that the Nations Cup is no longer far away, and we believe Victor Boniface will be among the players that will be going to the Nations Cup for the Super Eagles. Okay, let's leave the Europa League and also look at the 3rd tier league of Europe. Now, the Europa Conference League, there were games also, and a Super Eagles player also was very, very fantastic for his club side. We'll get there. We have the first game there, Olimpija Ljubljana 2 against KI Klasvik. We have Slovan Bratislava 1, Luxley of France 1, Breidablik 2, KA Gent 3. This particular game, Gift Orban got all the 3 goals for KAA Gen. Fantastic player. Zoya Lusinski 1, Maccabi Tel Aviv 3, Astana 0, Balkani 0, Victoria Pleasant 1, Dynamo Zagreb 0, Besiktas 1, Bodo Glimt of Norway 2, and while Club Brugge of Belgium 2, Lugano 0, and Liga Warsaw 2, Zrinski Mostar 0. Now for Gift Orban, he got all the 3 goals for KA Gent. Fantastic player. Injury didn't allow him to start the season very well, and he came back Within the week, he frowned at his coach over the weekend when he was being substituted, and he told his coach, "Don't kill my career." And I believe the coach has heard that sunk into his head and gave him the chance again in Europa Conference League. He got all the 3 goals for his team against Breidablik.
Yes, I mean, that is how you silence your coach. That is how you silence your critics. When you come back from injury, it is always believed that you're a shadow of yourself. But when you come back to your premium, optimum best, and you walk the talk, be able to show it, replicate it on the pitch of play, that means you have shown that you are fully back to 100%. And I'm sure with what he has done, the coach will definitely chew his words and allow Gift Orban to continue to be regular. We pray that injuries don't he doesn't get plagued by injuries subsequently. Meanwhile, I think the match for me was the Unai Emery side, Aston Villa, being able to secure a victory. I think that was the biggest one for me at the Europa Conference League.
Okay, that was the biggest one for you at the Europa Conference League. We know that Nigerian players, if you look all around, Nigerian players are doing so well in their various clubs in Europe, and particularly for the 2 players we just talked about on the show, that is Victor Boniface and Gift Orban. Now, if you look at these two players, probably if Jose Peseiro, Gift Orban has gotten a call-up, he didn't play though because of injury, and we are expecting maybe we'll get the second call-up to the Super Eagles. Do you think out of the number of strikers we have right now, between Gift Orban and Victor Boniface, who should be going to the AFCON 2023 in Côte d'Ivoire?
Well, as it stands, Victor Boniface definitely has the edge. If Gift Orban wants to be in the conversation, if he wants to cause the coach selection headache, then he should continue to replicate this hat-trick form. We still have a couple of matches before the Nations Cup. If he can keep banging in the goals, I tell you what, the Jose Peseiro will have no choice than to insert him into that strike force. Probably the likes of Sadiq Umar maybe have to, give way for Gift Orban to, be the next sub apart from Osimhen and Boniface.
Yes, I tell you the truth. Nigeria has the strikers right now to take on any defense in the world. And probably for Jose Peseiro, let's see if he eventually give these guys the call-ups they deserve to the Super Eagles. But the thing is, they should just keep up this form, this fitness, so that they can get that call-up they deserve to the Super Eagles. The Nations Cup is not far away. We still have a couple of games before the Nations Cup. We pray for all our players. They should be up and running and fit towards the Nations Cup, so that we'll not have any injury crisis. By January, the Nations Cup will be kicking off. Okay, let's leave that story and quickly talk about this transfer story on the show. Arsenal are keen on Luis Douglas of Aston Villa. Douglas Luiz is a fantastic midfielder. Now we know that Thomas Partey has gone on injury and will be out for the rest of the year. Now Arsenal are looking for a possible, at least a short-term project in Luis Douglas right now. Do you think this player fits in Arsenal's style of play?
Yes, definitely he fits in. For what he has done for Aston Villa all year long, you can see that he is arguably the best player in the Aston Villa team right now. With 5 goals, 11 assists from a midfield point of view, it shows that he's actually a productive player, and that is why Arteta is on his radar. But I would have preferred if Arteta pays close attention to a striker, an out-and-out striker that can deliver the goods. Relying so much on these midfielders, turned strikers may not be the best idea right now. I think he's gathering too many midfielders. He should really think of how to get a point man. We miss the days of Henry, the days of Van Persie, the days of Bergkamp, the days of Adebayo. Those are the kind of players he should be going for, just like Manchester City, who have a point man who can be banging in goals week in, week out. But then I think Douglas Luiz is not a bad addition because Arsenal still needs a little more creativity in the park.
Yes, Arsenal still need more creativity at the center of things, is in the midfield. Okay, that is where we'll leave it on 360 Sports on Trust TV. However, Michael, thanks for joining me on the show this lovely morning.
Yes, of course. It's always a pleasure. Looking forward to doing more.
All right, that is it on 360 Sports. I am Emmanuel Fashimi, saying thanks for watching.